So here we are for round 12 of the season. It is our first North American race. It is around Canada and we are at the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. So who will get the gold medal in the first North American race of the Formulalympics season? Well, let's get into qualifying and find out. So here we are for the race around Canada. It took me ages to actually get this up and running because of a few problems. I had to go and look up to find out what to do. But I found out what to do, so we're going to watch someone going to hit the benchmark, and it looks like it's Rudolf Kraus from East Germany that's going to set the benchmark for everyone else to try and beat. Of course, a few changes into this race. Chuck Stevenson and Gonzalez have been banned for 2 races due to what happened in New Zealand. So that means Alberto Ascari is the only Argentine driver in this race, since there's no reserve driver for Argentina. And Chuck Stevenson being banned for 2 races means Sam Hanks will be staying for a race longer than expected. Of course, the top 3 drivers got no points. Ascari wasn't in the race, and Farina and Stevenson both DNF'd. So Ken Warren closes in on the top 3 because he's in 4th place. However, he is still 18 points behind, and look at Giuseppe Farina go trying to get past Rudolf Kraus to try. So it looks like Farina will be the one setting the benchmark there, Kraus, but we're going to keep our attention on the East German driver. As we can see on the map, the front runner's coming across the line. And what's the time for Farina? 1:20.2, and oh, big hit in the wall there from Ascari. That was a big hit. And coming across the line, Kraus's time is 1:29.0, so nearly 9 seconds off the pole time. We're going forward with Farina, and he's going very slidey. Oh, this is going to be a chaotic race for sure. As Tony Allman goes into second, now Mike Hawthorne thing with that's the fast time. 1:17.5, but he's got clear traffic. Well, he's got mostly clear traffic, so it'll explain how he's got ahead at the moment. But he's still there. Oh, wow, look at this! Tony Allman and Hawthorne have had a huge coming together there. Let's get a replay and figure out what on earth was that. Hawthorne looked like he was going to come into the pit. There's Allman there. Oh, Allman turned in. Now that is pretty bad driving there from Allman. I think that might be under investigation. Robert Manson goes into second. Grafenried is third. Well, Grafenried's got quite a amount of damage. Where's Ascari on his return? He's currently 16th. And I can see why he's got a badly damaged front wing. Which is really not good. So everyone set a time at least once. Kraus and Klodvig are the 2 slowest, the 2 East German drivers are both 1:29 each, and now Fritz Ries in trouble. He's gone into the barrier facing the wall. 1:23.7 this time. So let's find what happened to Fritz Ries. Did he just get the wrong angle and go into the barrier, or did he have it coming together with someone? It's Johnny Clays. Oh, contact between him and Clays. Okay, I think. Oh, I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Was Clays trying to go in the pit and cut Ries off, or was Ries trying to go into the pit? I was trying to stay out and he cut off Clays. I actually can't really tell what happened there. That was a strange one there. That was a bit of a strange one there. So Ries is going to have to teleport back to the pits. I imagine he's going to call thing. Okay, and now I think he's had contact with someone, but it doesn't matter. Now Grafenried and Farina come together. What on earth happened to these 2 here? Okay, let's go and find Farina. So did something? Oh, Farina spins Grafenried around. That's a dirty drive. Now this is down the hairpin. Yeah, that is very dirty driving for Farina. That's surely going to be a grid penalty because that's him ruined Grafenried's chances. And now Ruttman is stuck in this. Fisher is stuck in all this. Ruttman is to return. Now Ascari is stuck in all this as well. Oh man, Farina has caused a huge problem here. That was a very huge problem that was unnecessarily caused by Farina. That's okay. Getting confirmed from the organisers. Farina is going to get a grid penalty. Almost going to get a grid penalty for what happened earlier this session. Okay, so Hawthorne is in the lead, Manson is second, Graffin Reed third, Berra fourth, Farina currently fifth, Allman currently 6th, so they both got penalties. Wharton 7th, Lawrence 8th place 9th, and Sam Hanks rounds off the top 10. Oh man, Sam Hanks has got a lot of damage in front wing. I'm guessing the last corner is the reason how that's happened. It's a chance to loom for some drives. Troy Ruttman improves time. Chico Landy improves time, goes into 5th, doing an amazing job for Brazil, while his teammate Bianco is in 18th place. Here we are coming to the last corner. What can Alberto Ascari do? He is going to abandon the lap and go to the pits. Interesting, so I guess the damage in front wing it might be the reason why. Ruttman into 6th place now, as he's stuck behind, I believe, as Allman. So, this is a pretty interesting result. Hawthorne gained 3 points, Manson gained 2, Sam Hanks gained a bonus point for themselves, so amazing job there for the 3 drivers. But with the grid penalty that should out, it's time, and the 110% rules, of course. Let's go to the grids to finalise who qualified where. So here we go, on to the grid lineup for the Canadian race for the Formulalympics. It's Mike Hawthorne on pole position with Robert Manson in the front row, Sam Hanks into Graf Reeder on row 2, followed by Johnny Claes and Jean Berra 5th and 6th. 7th place is Troy Ruttman with Chico Landy in 8th. Then it is Wharton and Lawrence rounding off your top 10, followed by Rudi Fischer and Tony Allman with a penalty down 12th, followed by Flintsman, Giuseppe Farina, one of the championship contenders, ahead of Fritz Rees and the other championship contender Ascari, Gio Bianco and Crespo 13th and 18th, and they are the last drivers to qualify as Vanderloof, and both these drivers failed to qualify. Now, with being the 12th round of the season, can the Italians hold on to the lead of the nation's table? Can Ascari hold on to the lead in the championship, or will Farina or someone else take that spot off him? Well, let's get into the race and find out. Okay, so here we are for the race around Canada with Mike Hawthorne on pole, Robert Manson 2nd, and Sam Hanks 3rd, with the championship leaders down 14th to 16th, with Italy leading the nation's table, of course, by 57 points separating them. So there's a big gap between Italy and the United Kingdom right there, but with UK in pole and 9th, with Italy 14th to 16th. Let's see what happens. Can the United Kingdom close in Italy? And can Wharton, who's down 4th, catch up to the championship leaders? Let's find out. So we will focus on Hawthorne and see if the pole sitter and pole sitters are important to look at. And we are underway in the fog around Montreal, but it looks like Hawthorne has got off to a pretty good start to hold on to the lead. And it looks like all 18 cars who qualified to be in this race are going to make it through turn 1 safely. So Hawthorne leads, Hanks 2nd, no, Manson 2nd, Hanks 3rd, Graffin Reeder to 4th. We'll focus on the championship leader who's towards the back. It looks like everyone's going to make it through the final corner safely, especially since, oh no, I spoke too soon. We've got carnage. Crespo, Farina, and Flintsman have all had an incident. And I think Bianco was somewhat part of it. Okay, let's go on board with Crespo, find out what happened to the 3 drivers. So this Crespo. Oh, Flintsman has got some damage. Okay, let's see what happened here. So there's Ascari on the outside. Now, he hits the wall and destroys his engine. That's Farina stuck behind him. Bianco and Crespo goes. Oh, that's a disaster for Farina, getting stuck behind a stranded car, and Crespo was also stuck. So Flintsman is out of the race, so that is the end of the Netherlands, as the other driver, Dries Vanderloof, didn't qualify. And oh no, we got more problems. Roger Lawrence has gone off. Roger Lawrence, okay, let's find out what happened to the Belgian. Okay, has he been spun round? Oh, Tony Allman has spun him round. Alberto Ascari tried to pass Allman, and Allman has spun Lawrence round. Oh, that is pretty bad driving there from the West German. Mike also saying the fast up the race to 118.6. In fact, can Lauren actually get it back on the track? Yes, Lauren is back on the track. Okay, so Lauren is still able to continue, thankfully. Oh dear, this is not expected. And now we've got more drama. Oh my word, we got a massive field of cars. Wharton's in the wall. Fisher is stuck. Okay, Warren's left. Oh my word, Allman, Ascari, Reese. Oh, Reese is stopped. And now Lawrence in trouble again. Lawrence is stopped. And he's out of the race. Oh my word, what on earth is going on with this race? There's so much drama already. On board with Alberto Ascari. He is in 8th position. He is 22 seconds behind 7th place Troy Ruttman. But knowing Alberto Ascari, he's going to end up flying up the field. I got 119.4, personal best time, which is pretty good, especially when a lot of the drivers seem to be doing 121s. Italy, United Kingdom, France, Switzerland and the United States are the only ones in contention, with Brazil, Argentina, Belgium, West Germany, the Netherlands and East Germany all out of the running, as there's not enough points up for grabs for them to catch Italy for the win. But Mike Hawthorne doing a good job keeping Manson at bay. 1.1 seconds separating them as we still have the battle for ninth intensifying between Fisher and Landy. Fisher is not going to let the Brazilian go away that easily. Meanwhile, Allman right behind them. He's got his own teammate behind him. That's Fritz Rees in 12. We go on board for Fisher. See him try and close in on Chico Landy. The question is, will he be able to do it? He's going to... Oh! Big hit into the wall there from Rui Fisher. I mean, Switzerland have done pretty well for the last couple of races. We've had Rui Fisher taking Switzerland's first win of the race. Tony Allman has gone to a complete slowdown. I think Allman is actually stuck. Yeah, Allman's in serious trouble. And he's holding up Berra and Ruttman, and now Ruttman's got past. Okay, well, Allman, is he going to stop the car and retire, or he's still moving? I have no idea what happened. Maybe a car failure of some kind. There's Hawthorne chasing down being chased down by Robert Manson, trying to get past Fritz Rees. He was unable to do it, and now Manson sneaks his way into the lead of the race. Unbelievable. The Frenchman was about 5 seconds behind, and he out of nowhere manages to sneak his way into the lead. Now, will he be able to get past Fritz Rees? I'd be surprised if he doesn't. Because Manson looks like he's going to try and find his way through. Will he try and go to the outside to make the pass? No, he won't be able to. But look at this. Here comes Mike Hawthorne trying to sneak his way back to the lead. Not able to do it. And it's also in second. Tulip Graffery gets past Sam Hanks into third place. So Tulip Graffery could get another podium for Switzerland. Definitely keeping their hopes alive. And Robert Manson yet to get his first win of the season, and now we've got two cars in trouble. Ruttman's into the wall, Berra's into the wall. Oh, and he's been swacked by Allman. Okay, let's replay and find out what happened to these two guys. Okay, this is the hairpin. Was there okay. Tony Allman and trying to get past easily. There's Sean Berra catching up to Ruttman for 7th, going into the inside, and going in the corner. Oh, they've contact. Okay, definite contact there. Berra trying to spin the car around this. Gino Bianco just missed them, and Tony Allman whacks him. Oh, that is a shame, because that was a good challenge there from Berra. Berra looks like he can still move. Ruttman's moving. But can they get the car turned round? Yes, they can. Oh, Ruttman gets back on the track thanks to Berra. Yeah, they're back on the road. Okay, they're back on the road, but Berra looks like he is not going anywhere. I think Berra might end up retiring. Oh no, I stand corrected. He's on the move, but Cicolandi gets past him for 8th. Back at the front, there's Mans. Is that Mans? No, it's not Mans. So this is Hawthorne lapping the 10th place driver of Rudy Fisher. And now Sean Berra's in Sean Berra again, it's in the wall. Okay, get a replay Berra. Has his oh, okay. Okay, I think his steering is broken from the he's got his broken steering, lost control, yeah. He may have been able to get back on the track, but I think it's fair to say the damage had already been done, literally. So that is Sean Berra out of the race. This has not been a good. The last few races have not gone Sean Berra's way. I mean, actually, 2nd place in the oval, a DNF in Australia, an 8th in New Zealand, and now he's DNFing once again. This is his 3rd DNF of the season. First race is going to get into the points for West Germany, and now Robert Manzon is being held up by Tony Allman. Okay. Who's made the biggest gains and losses in this race? The biggest gainer in this race so far is Gio Bianco. He starts 17. He's in the the biggest gainer is actually Sky. He starts 16th. He's in 6th place. Sure, he's still considerably behind, a distance away from Sam Hanks. He's under pressure from Troy Ruttman. The next biggest gainer is Bianco in 11th, followed by Rees and Crespo, both gain 5. The biggest loser left in the race will be Sam Higgs. I know Berra hasn't retired the car yet, but well, it's fair to say Berra is out of the race. He's not going to be able to get because he's completely stuck in the wall. As Ruttman gets past Ascari into 6th, but Ascari's having none of it. 4th is Ruttman wide, and he makes his way back up into 6th place. So Ascari realizes he still needs to ensure Italy win the nation's championship while maintaining his lead in the drivers' championship. And huge air from Ruttman, and that's Ascari in the wall, and Ascari looks like he's done out of the race. Ruttman in trouble. He's still going, and Cicolandi's gone flying as well. Okay, get a replay of that second one there. Okay, so Ascari, that was some impressive air there from Ruttman. Okay, we wait for Ciccolandi to appear. This Landi, catch the back of the Italian, and now they're both stuck. And I'm guessing that is going to be. Ruttman's on the move. Landy cannot move. Okay, Berra's officially retired the car. And here comes Manzon. And now Manzon, the race leader, is now stuck because he's unable to get around. Ascari's left. Landy, come on, Landy, you gotta retire the car. And look at this, Mike Hawthorne catching up. And look at this. Crespo managed to find his way through. Landy's retired the car. This Grafenried in a second, but Grafenried's Grafenried's in trouble now. Rudy Fisher, the other Swissman's in trouble. Oh man, what is this race? Clay's in trouble. Okay, I think Grafenried is actually kind of stuck. Okay, he's managed to break his way through. Back into the race it goes. Okay, so DNF for Ascari and Landy. So is another double DNF for Italy. Their chances of winning the nation's table slipping away, because this is going to help the other 4 countries who can still win it catch up to them once again. This is really bad news for Italy. So this man's on leading, 1.6 seconds separating him in 2nd place. Hawthorne. Johnny Claves out of nowhere has made his way into 3rd ahead of Sam Hanks as he's in the middle of lapping. So France, and there's Ruttman going really slowly. Probably trying to do Hanks a favour. In fact, Mike Hawthorne is going to sneak his way into the lead. Mansell trying to get his way past. So in fact, this Ray Fisher in trouble. He is going pretty slowly. And I think Ray Fisher might end up retiring from the race. Here goes Sam Hanks to get past. And Fritz Riesberger past Fisher. It's now one lap down the car ahead of him. Yeah, Ray Fisher is looking like he is going to be done for the race. And there's Mike Hawthorne managing to retake the lead off Robert Mansell once again. And Johnny Clay seems to have closed in on the front runners. It's coming around the last corner. It looks like Mansell's going to not hit the wall. Well, they're going to end up encountering a very slow moving Ray Fisher. And there he is in the distance there. Okay, Mansell and Hawthorne easily gets clear. We're looking at Ray Fisher. He's still somehow moving, though how much longer before he parks the car? And there's his own teammate to the referee getting past. And there's Troy Ruttman also going just as slowly, but he's still in the race, and Albon. So we've got three very slow cars on the track. And then I say that Johnny Claes is now he's had a crash. And Johnny Claes looks like he's going to be out of the race. What's happened here? Okay, so Johnny Claes chasing down to lap Gino Bianco. Okay. And in the corner, did he make a mistake? That's out of the race. Tap the wall there. Going past Gino Bianco. Oh, he clipped the barrier trying to pass Bianco. Oh, that is really, really unfortunate for Johnny Claes. Doing really well for Belgium, and yet it's going to be a week of disappointment for Belgium. A double DNF, especially since they were doing so well. They were well in contention to be the top of the drivers out of the nation's competition, but just not meant to be this week. So that's good news for Belgium. No, not Belgium, Brazil and Argentina. But they're still on the back end of the points. Let's get the proper table back up. Gaps. There we go. Okay, so that's going to definitely shake up the driver lineup for the next round. And look at Mansell's going to the wall. Completely misses the corner. Goes into the barrier. That's going to do a lot of damage. He's done a lot of damage to himself there. And Mace, he's managed to keep the car going after such a big hit like that. There's Mike Hawthorne ahead of him. Grafton Reed in third, as he's 20 seconds behind the leaders. There's Sam Hanks, the last driver on the lead lap, in fourth. Fritz Rees in fifth. Gino Bianco sixth. Alberto Crespo seventh. And he is technically the last of the run since Fisher is out. Well, Fisher's retired from the race. Ruttman and Allman have fallen too far behind to be classified in this race. And Mansell once again making the pass. There's Hawthorne. That's Ruttman is the reason why. They're going so slowly. Here comes Grafton Reed. Grafton Reed catches up. And look at this, Ruttman cuts off Grafton Reed. So now Grafton Reed is unable to try and put a challenge on those ahead of him. And there's Grafton Reed hitting the wall. Gino Bianco hits the wall. And Gino Bianco looks like he is out of the race. I believe this is where Claes crashed. Let's see what happened to Bianco. Okay, Bianco's being held up by Ruttman, and he's going to try and lap him. Try to find his way through. Touches the barrier and sends him spinning. Okay, and that just like that, a double DNF for Brazil. So that's not good for Bianco. Didn't fail to qualify. Oh, the big hit there from Mansell. Sam Hanks facing the wrong way. Facing the wrong way, and his car is going up in flames. Crespo is stuck there as well. So it looks like Sam Hanks is going to retire from the race. I'm guessing he must have hit Bianco. So we're only going to focus on the top 5 drivers. They're the only ones technically in the race still. What about Hawthorne? Is he going to pit as well? Yes, he's pitting. Tour de Graffenried comes into the pits as well. So the top 3 drivers in the pits. The question is, who is going to come out first? Okay. Manson's in. There's Hawthorne and Graffenried. Trying to find their pit boxes. And here goes Manson. He is up and running. And look, Hawthorne's managed to get ahead. Hawthorne's going to come out in the lead of the race. But here is your race winner. Here comes Robert Manson to come across the line to take his first win of the season, and for the first time of the season, take the lead of the Drivers' Championship. What an amazing finish that was from Robert Manson. Absolutely deserves it. And here goes Mike Hawthorne to come across the line and take second place. So, with such an amazing race, such an amazing result, with only 5 classified drivers, well, it's time to take a look at the drivers and nations tables. So overall, this was a really disappointing race with only 5 finishers, but Robert Manson winning the race does put him 3 points ahead of Ascari and Farina in the drivers' standings. Mike Hawthorne finishing second puts him only 13 points behind Robert Manson. Third place for Tony Allman, which is West Germany's first podium of the season. In fourth place for Tour de Graffenried, and Fritz Ries finished, Gino Bianco finishing fifth, who is the last finisher. But the result of the race has meant Troy Ruttman is to be suspended for the rest of the season because he's already been in hot water. Tony Allman will also be suspended because of holding up everybody during the race, and Billy Fisher is the exact same story. In the nations table, thanks to the results we've had in this race, the top 5 teams are still in contention to win the nations table. Thanks to Italy double DNFing in Canada, this is the 3rd race where both Italian drivers retired. France are now just behind with only a 33-point gap, 6 more than the United Kingdom sitting in 3rd. Switzerland are down in 4th position. They are now behind by 56 points, and the United States, the last team to technically still be mathematical contention, who are now 79 points behind. Of course, those below 5th place are out of contention, but they were already out of contention by the end of the last round. Okay, so here is where I would give my final thoughts about the race, but to be honest, I think there is very little to talk about. This was a bit of a farce of a race. I mean, 3 drivers didn't qualify, that's not an offence in itself, so it was only 18 drivers rather than the full 21. But the amount of retirements, the hold up from Allman, the hold up from de Graffenried, yeah, it was pretty appalling to say the least. And after the pit stops, there was literally no highlights because, well, 5 cars were left and nothing literally happened other than we got a West German on the podium for the first time this season. I only hope the last 4 races will be much more exciting than this, because this was painful to record, and this was also painful to look back on it, and I imagine it was painful for you to watch, and I can only apologise, but this was just a very, very bad race. But anyway, next round we'll be going off to the host nation of the Olympics. I'm pretty sure if you've done your research, you know who hosted the 1952 Olympics, or just look back at the opening video because I used the opening ceremony of that video. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this race somehow, and I can't wait to see you for the next races, hopefully, which will be a lot better. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.